It's no secret that politics and image often go hand in hand, but in D.C., that connection is getting a little deeper. Plastic surgeons in the Capitol say they're seeing a wave of customers coming in for what's being dubbed the mar-a-lago face.
Okay, it's a bold, high glam look that's really a sharp contrast from, DC's usual subtle aesthetic. Joining us now is reporter Mimi Montgomery, who broke this story for Axios. Good to have you with us this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
So when you say mar-a-lago face, bring our viewers into this. What exactly does that mean? How are the procedures maybe different from what DC clients would normally ask for?
Yes, totally. And to be clear, I cannot take credit for this phrase, Mar-a-Lago phrase. It was around before, but we are definitely seeing it here happening in the Capitol. Plastic surgeons tell me. So it is a very sort of overt look. It's very obvious that you have had plastic surgery, and these folks want to look like they've had plastic surgery, say surgeons. That is the vibe that they're going for. So think a lot of filler in the lips, a lot of Botox, eyelid lifts, things like that. So, like you said, typically in DC, surgeons tell me people don't want to look like they've had work done. But these folks, these Trump insiders who are coming into the city from other areas around the country, they want to look like they've had work done.
All right, so the question is, what's driving this? You said that it's been around before, but it seems like it's at the forefront now. Is this cultural, political, or is this just a new beauty trend that's taking place?
Yeah, well, it's really interesting because I think it kind of fits in with President Trump's own approach to aesthetics, right? With him, we know that bigger and bolder is better. So think about his recent work on the Lincoln bathroom or all of the gold that he's put in the Oval Office. That sort of aesthetic is being mirrored in these trends that we're seeing in plastic surgery among his insiders. And surgeons tell me a lot of plastic surgery trends are regional, right? So, in places like South Florida, where a lot of these MAGA insiders are coming from, it's a lot more common to see people with more overt work done than in places like DC. So it could be that a lot of these people are flocking from similar areas.
Well, I thought this was interesting. So some of these surgeons have talked about something called filler blindness. So again, what is that? How does it show up in this new wave of cosmetic requests?
Yes, exactly. So one of the plastic surgeons I spoke with said that they have actually turned away a lot of these insiders that have come to them asking for this more overt look because it didn't fit in with their own practices aesthetic, and they're also worried it could be dangerous. A lot of these folks already had fillers, already had work done, and the surgeon was worried about adding more on top of the work done because it could be dangerous. And they talked about filler blindness, right? So that's when you're surrounded by people that have sort of the same overt look, and then you begin to think that that is what a face should look like. So you go and do more and more work and sort of perpetuates this echo chamber of folks who all end up sort of looking the same.
All right, so let's talk about men, in particular conservative men, looking to get this work done. What's behind that trend?
Yes. So one of the doctors I spoke with said that they're seeing a lot of men coming in wanting a very traditionally masculine sort of strong man kind of look. And this, he said, is sort of echoing some of the rhetoric that we've seen from Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth when it comes to physical fitness in the military. And so these men are asking for Botox to make themselves look younger. They're looking for liposuction to make themselves look really, stereotypically fit. And they're also asking for eyelid lifts to help with that sort of youthful appearance as well.
Okay, finally, before we have to let you go, do doctors expect this Mar-a-Lago face trend maybe to fade out, or could this look, this louder look essentially become DC's new normal?
TBD, I don't know if it'll become DC's new normal because, like I said, the prevailing ethos here has sort of been the more subtle, the better. But, I think as long as we have these Trump insiders around, these same people for the next, 3.5 years, it's something that we might be seeing in the Capitol for a while.
All right. Reporter Mimi Montgomery joining us with Axios this morning. Certainly appreciate the conversation. Thank you.
Thanks.